Welcome to PIB News Podcast for Civil Services. New Forest Conservation Rules 2022. As per the provisions of Forest Conservation Act 1980, the approval of the central government under the Forest Conservation Act 1980 is a prior approval of the central government which does not directly lead to non-forestry use or breaking of forest land. Process of approval for diversion of forest land culminates after issuance of final diversion order by the state government or union territory concerned which authorize use of forest land for intended purpose and hands over the land to the user agency. Provisions of the Forest Conservation Rules 2022 under Subclause B 2 of Sub-Rule 6 of Rule 9 provide that the state government or union territory administration, as the case may be, after receiving the final approval of the central government under Section 2 of the Act, and after fulfillment and compliance of the provisions of all other acts and rules made thereunder, as applicable including ensuring settlement of rights under the scheduled tribes and other traditional forest dwellers. Recognition of Forest Rights Act 2006, Number 2 of 2007, shall issue order for diversion, assignment of lease or dereservation, as the case may be imply that Forest Conservation Rules 2022 emphasize the compliance of the provisions of all acts and rules. Forest Conservation Rules 2022 have been promulgated solely to implement the provisions of the Forest Conservation Act 1980. Process as envisaged in the Act and the rules framed thereunder is a parallel process with other statutory processes. The rules do not inhibit the commencement of processes envisaged in other laws like Wildlife Protection Act 1972, Environment Protection Act 1986, Land Acquisition Act 1896, Forest Rights Act 2006, etc. Provisions envisaged in other statutory laws can be undertaken simultaneously by the respective nodal implementing agencies. The state government or union territory may ensure compliance of such statutes at the very initial or at any other stage as the provisions of Forest Conservation Rules 2022 do not bar the authorities to do so, but in any case, it should be done before handing over forest land to the user agency. Thanks for listening. Kindly like, subscribe and share.